Right, so I'm joined by Neil Shoebridge after the 2-1 defeat at Blackstones tonight. Long trip, big calls let us down in the first half, and we pushed and pushed, but it didn't come in the end. So what do you put that down to, Shuey?
Well, certainly it was no lack of commitment by the boys. Penalty inside the first 2 minutes against us for what we're not really quite sure, but the referees give it, and we're immediately on the back foot. But I thought we were brilliant after that. I thought we took the game to them. I think we were lucky. I think we had a couple cleared off the line. We got a goal, and we were the most dominant side.
Yeah, it is as simple as that, but just didn't go in the back of the net in the second half, did it? Really, despite our best efforts. And
well, I think for me personally, the turning point was the second penalty. In my opinion, and I spoke to the referee about this, that he should have stopped play before the incident happened. He has a duty of care to players that are injured. He failed in that duty badly. Everybody stopped on the pitch, their players and our players. They continued to play. Again, whether it was a penalty, whether it wasn't, I'm not in a position to say yes or no. He gave it, they scored, the impetus swung away from us again. It caused a lot of conjecture both on and off the pitch, shall we say, and unfortunately set a rather sour tone for a period of time.
yeah, you kind of feel like those decisions and are presumably warranted reaction in your view kind of gave the referees a bit of an opinion of us for the rest of the game, didn't it?
Well, football's a very passionate game, and unfortunately that can spill over on occasions. I don't want to keep going on about the referee. I thought his performance was poor, but we have to accept it. With no referees, there's no game. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but we did have a fantastic performance and I thoroughly enjoyed it throughout, despite the defeat in the end. For me, it didn't really feel like a defeat, but obviously it was. How did you rate our performance overall?
I rated it very highly. I mean, we were 2 or 3 short tonight, but lads that came in, young Finn out of the reserves, playing out of position for us, only there because Dan Fletcher was injured in the incident. But it's difficult for him to come in, but he equipped himself well enough. I thought it looked really sharp down the flanks. I thought we put a number of great balls into areas, but it was just that fine line. And as I say, football's a horrible game when you've just come up short, and it's a great game when you've just managed to get over the line. Tonight we came up a little bit short, but it wasn't through lack of commitment by all the boys that got on the pitch.
And we were backed by a very loud support from us. How did you rate their support?
Well, it's fantastic, isn't it? We've come here on a very cold February Wednesday night, travelled most of us an hour and a half to 2 hours. They've turned up in numbers, they've backed the team through thick and thin, and I know that all of us on the management thank them for what they do. They are very vociferous, and I know it does give the lads a lift. Yeah, without a doubt.
And what are we expecting out of Harrowby now? Is it back to the drawing board, or is it just sticking to what we're doing?
I think it's sticking to what we're doing. There'll obviously be 2 or 3 become available for Saturday, I would assume. There might be a couple of injuries after tonight, but we just have to keep going. That's not helped at all tonight. We were closing in on the playoff positions, but there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go. Nobody ever won a league or got into the playoffs in February.
No, of course. And it is a big push now. So what are you hoping for in the rest of February?
I'm hoping for us to bounce back Saturdays and then move on. I think it's Southern next week. They're a difficult side, they're a big, strong, powerful side, and I think we've got these boys again. So you know, we'll just carry on trying to grind out as many results as we can, and hopefully come the middle of April we've got enough points in the bag to be in the playoffs.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
Cheers, Shuey.
Cheers.